We are going to talk about the St. Patrick and St. Peter's Day holiday, country of Ireland and Andean region in Colombia. St. Patrick in Ireland and we compare with St. Peter's holiday in Colombia. The topics are history, tradition of each one, relevance, and the way each holiday are celebrated. Ireland: Government: Democratic Republic. Population: 4,627,491. Official language: English and Gaels. The island is divided into four regions: Leinster, Ulster, Lontague and Hailes. Andean region in Colombia. Andean region in Colombia is made up for 11 departments. At St. Peter's holiday is celebrated mainly in Tolima and Holi at the weekend in June. In these cities greatest number of tourists are concentrated for this celebration. History of St. Patrick's Day. March In March 17 it celebrates the Day of Saint Patrick in Ireland. In the 3rd century, a man called Maewyn Subcap was considered the patron saint of Ireland. He wasn't very believer of Christianity. He was kidnapped by Irish pirates when he was 16 years old, and at the last 6 years worked them as a slave. He learned the language Irish during his kidnap. It is said that God that spoke to him to preach in Ireland. He baptized many people and founded many churches. He was died on March 17, and this holiday began to celebrate from 17th century, every March 17.
History about St. Peter's holiday. In Colombia, St. Peter's holiday has been celebrated since 1959, traditionally in Andean region. These holidays also are known as Bambuco folk and traditional rains. Its origins is in all Europe in honor of a European saint who was revered by the Spanish around 1790. Originally, this holiday was planned for King Charles IV of Spain to expose the best of typical culture and let people share time for 10 days in June. But year after year, start an integration between cities like Huila, Tolima, and Bogotá, playing typical music and dances, horseback riding, also to express respect and obedience at the king. One of the characteristics of these holidays is they meeting near the river with fireworks and a lot of food and alcohol. For its musical and cultural exhibits, St. Peter's holiday was declared National Cultural Heritage in 1960. For that reason, St. Peter's holiday was considered one of the most important traditions in Colombia because keep the identity of the Andean region, its belief, and allows national integration. Now, about tradition of the St. Patrick's Day in Ireland, we can say one of the tradition on that day is pitching someone who doesn't wear green. Before 20th century, St. Patrick's Day was a religious celebration and don't allow sell or buy beer. But in 1970, that law was cancelled and people can drink beer in the city. The most important celebration in St. Patrick's Day is in Dublin, Ireland, because people must be wear green and use a clover. It represents joy and spring spirits. Another tradition is dressing as an elf because they represent lucky and abundance. People play a lot of Celtic music and dancing in groups until 16 persons. There's also many parades around city and many food and beer. Clover it relates at the mystery of the Holy Trinity, and according to legend, Saint Patrick used a clover to teach the
The traditions of St. Peter's holidays are: horseback riding, typical parade, bambuco folk and national rant, typical music concerts, craft, floats, and gastronomic samples, dance of the universities and music meeting, myths and legends parade. Now we can compare both holidays and say all the tradition in all countries and explain the importance to keep alive beliefs, myths, and their own identities. But it's also true that these traditions change over time because people don't believe in same things or people moves another country or just there is a globalization that allow people can live new cultural experiences and modify the way it's experienced. For example, St. Patrick's Holiday currently is a kind of a public party where beer sales increase significantly. In St. Peter's holidays, people remember many traditions and their own folk. Also, liquor and food is present in all days of celebration. In fact, oral tradition in both holidays are interconnected with dance, music, and the first elements already mentioned. Something is common between St. Patrick's and St. Peter's holidays, its Catholic origin. However, its holidays change year after year and the original purpose is not known as well for the new generations.